Hey people, this video will be talking about our Toyota Hiace Campervan conversion. Stay tuned! Before we start, I would like to say that now we have 250 subscribers. That's not incredible?
Incredible!
So let me tell you how this story starts. We had a caravan, but we sold this in the beginning of 2019. We used to travel a lot with this caravan, and when we sold it, we missed a lot of the road. So that's why we decided to buy this van and make this a camper van to be on the road again. We found this van in Auckland, and we took an airplane, went to Auckland to buy it. We chose the Toyota Hiace van because it's very common here in New Zealand. It's a very reliable car.
The model we chose was the high roof because of the extra inside space.
So before we start to make anything, we watch a lot of videos on YouTube. It's incredible how many things you can learn on YouTube. So first we remove all the things inside of the van, things we don't need it. And so we bought all the tools we need to make this camper van, like circular saw, jigsaw, screw, bolts.
Everything we needed.
So we decided to install the deadening material inside of the van to reduce the internal noise during the trips.
And it's incredible how this thing works well.
The floor is one of the first things we did it in the van because it would be very difficult to do it later. So we started inserting the timber on the floor and we leave space for the insulation. We hold the timber on the ground with a VHB tape. The VHB type has a strong holding capacity and we don't need to wait it to dry. So we could keep working on the floor in the same day.
And we use the foam board for the insulation floor. It's very easy to install. You just need to cut and insert in the spaces.
For the floor, we use 90mm MDF. We cut it in 3 pieces because it's much easier to insert it to put this on the floor.
And over the MDF floor, we install the vinyl. We choose the vinyl because it looks better, much better, and it's easy to clean than the carpet.
Solar panel. We decided to install a solar panel because we can use this in free camps. Here in New Zealand, there's a lot of free camps, so we can use this camper van without power. It's a 150 watts solar panel. It's more than enough for what we need. The installation is not so complicated. It's pretty easy. It's basically the solar panel, cables, the battery and the controller box. To hold the solar panel on the roof, we use the VHB tape and the Sikaflex. We don't like the idea to have a lot of holes on the roof, so that's why you use these materials. The only holes we made it was for the cables. And to protect the cables, we use conduit tubes. For the wall, we use the house wall insulation material. It comes in a big roll and we use just 1/4 of this roll. So if you buy it, try to buy it less than 1 roll.
Here in New Zealand, you can customize car plates.
And it's nice because if you decide to buy a new car in the future, you can just transfer the plate for the new car. The bed we made with timber. It's just cut the timber wood and make the frame.
And on the top we bolted the plywood board, and this was necessary cut in 2 pieces.
The sound system. This van came with a turbo radio and we replaced this radio with one with Bluetooth and a rear camera. We made the installation. It's pretty easy. It just uses the manual. The electrical system is very simple. We install a fuse box that receives 12 volts from the battery, and all the lights and appliances is connected to this fuse box. We have a 600 watts inverter for AC device that we use for laptops and other devices. We also install a battery charger for that days that's too much cloud and the solar panel is not enough to charge the battery. The most difficult part we made it was the cabinet, because this cabinet needs to be able to have a sink, 2 25 liters water tank, a stove, battery, inverter, switch, electrical system, fridge. And because the Toyota Hiace have a small internal space, it was necessary to make this cabinet very compact.
It was a real challenge. but we like the final result. Curtains. For the curtains we bought a second-hand sewing machine and the fabric from China. And after some YouTube videos, voila! We have our curtains.
So as you guys can see, it's not a hard task to make a camper van. It depends on how much effort you have to make it possible. If you really want something, don't let for the next day. Start it today. Start it now. Just give the first step. Thank you guys to watch our video and see you in the next video.
And let's road trip!